everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you had a fabulous weekend. We took the weekend off, but I am back. When you guys jump on, say hello, hit the heart button. Keyword is going to be veggies. V-E-G-G-I-E-S. Whew. Let me just find myself here. Excuse my presence. I'm kind of a hot mess tonight. Okay, I'm going to share this into the broadcast channel and we'll pin our comments. Hello, hello. How are you, my friends? All right, let's pin this. Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a good Monday. We have been super, super busy. I think we have every single order cut now, though, which is super exciting. Let me get my timer set. Every 10 minutes, a timer will go off. Whoever's comment is there, we'll go to the Sunday Funday basket. In fact, we have to pull winner. I guess let's do 2 winners from last week. So I'm just gonna shuffle you guys up. Every Sunday or Monday, whatever day we're live, we pull a winner. So the first one is Felicia Basham. I don't know if I have your info, so send me your information. Hi Beth, hi guys. And then Brenda Neufeld. You won just not that long ago, and you have an order over there, so I'll send you something. Those are the winners. We're gonna throw these ones in the trash. Not that we think you guys are trash. We love you. Hi Christina, how are you? I am ready with Tilden Designs. If you see that live above my head, I'm live. Otherwise, you're watching the replay, so comment #replay. It's hard to believe we're already halfway through July. I feel like July just started. But in July, we have a club transfer called Vegetable Garden. It's exclusive to this month. You can only get it if you're a club member with us. We're going to do another project with it. I actually did this on the first of the month, and I love how it turned out. It's this cute little farmer's market cart, and then we used the little vegetable cutouts. Isn't that adorable? It says, meet me at the farmer's market. So these are available in our special customers. They get 30% off with a code that we send to you. And then we're going to do something a little bit different today with it. So you also get this tote bag for free, and I just inked it in black. And I went over it like sparingly because I wanted it to look kind of like distressed. So you can kind of see like some spots are not as, you can't see it as well or whatever. Like it's, what am I trying to say? Like a little bit see-through, whatever I'm trying to say. So anyway, I think that's super cute. This is permanent ink. You can wash and dry it just like normal. But we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. Do you guys remember when we had the Strawberry Club transfer? I don't remember when that was now. Was it May? April? We did something like this with the tote bag. This is the Tiffany collection, the little tote. It's called Totally, I think. And we used it on this exact surface. This surface is actually going away after tomorrow. So is the oval blank finished edge patches and a bunch of transfers. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the last chance section. But we're going to start by painting our honeycomb frame. This is actually a chalkboard. It's double-sided. There's a white chalkboard on the other side. I'm actually going to cover the chalkboard in fabric, just because I'm kind of into textiles at the moment. I have to get up early in the morning for work. So I'm just going to pop this open, and I'm going to paint mine. I'm going back and forth. What do you guys think? So I've gone back and forth. I'm obsessed with ash right now. That's what's on this really pretty fall harvest thing, and it's also on the Hello Pumpkins, the little banner. What do you guys think? Should I do ash or should I do nominee for the honeycomb itself? I'm gonna have some of the white showing through still. What's your guys' thoughts? I'm torn. Either one I'll be happy with, so we'll see how many of each we get. Hi guys, how are you? Hit the heart button when you join. Sprinkle S-H-A-R-E and comment veggies. Make sure that's working for me. I think we'll just, well, I gotta turn my hot glue gun on. That would be helpful, eh? What did you guys do this weekend? Anything fun? I'll start by painting this. I know I'm gonna paint this in like a beige, which is vanilla mixed with espresso. Hi Linda, hi guys. So we're gonna paint this real fast while you guys decide what color we should make this. Give it a quick coat. That's what I'm leaning for, Patty. We'll see what you guys think. Yep, comment veggies. Hi, Michelle. Hi, guys. All right, so I'm just going to give this a quick coat in this beige color, whatever I'm trying to say. And then I think I'm going to do the bag itself in ash. I think that's what I decided. But yeah. I'm wearing my shirt. Look at how cute this is. My team got this for me at ChalkCon. It says, I need an Alani. If you know, you know. I can always use an Alani. I know that. Thank you for sprinkling. So we'll just give this a quick coat. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm actually going to we're going to try something. If you guys remember when I did the strawberry one, we made it so that the strawberries were inside the bag. We're gonna do the same thing with the vegetables, but some of them are gonna be inside the bag and some are gonna be outside the bag. So it's gonna be interesting. All right, that's 1 gold, 1 ash, 2 ash. Ash or nominee? Thoughts? Happy Monday. How are you guys? We have 2 ash and 1 nominee. You guys are usually super opinionated. All right, Jessica. We're going with ash. That was 3 for ash and 1 for gold. There we go. Lots of ash. Ash is like my new favorite right now. It's like a very like charcoal black, but not quite black. It's super pretty. I'm loving it right now. So that's what we'll go with. And then we're gonna do a bunch of different colors for our, which part are you trying to decide on? The honeycomb. We're gonna paint the honeycomb frame. Like I said, that's gonna go away after tomorrow. So if you guys want it, comment veggie and check your messenger and grab it before it's gone. I'm not sure what where gone just came from. That wasn't my normal voice. Had to place a grocery order. We need to place a grocery order too. Okay, so we're gonna go in and do ash. That's what you guys decided. And again, I'm not gonna do like a perfect paint job. We're gonna have some of the white showing through. So I'm just gonna give it like a really quick paint job, if that makes sense. I think I'm gonna use a regular paintbrush, but I'm also gonna do kind of like a dry brush technique. So I'm going to like dab it on, you can dab it on a piece of cardboard or paper towel, whatever. You got your barn today? Yay! So exciting. All right, so let's take our ash and we're gonna just dip our paintbrush in, and then we're just gonna kind of get the excess off. Don't worry, we'll go back and use whatever's on here. But I'm just gonna give this like a really, oh yes, ash was the way to go. Like a really quick paint job, okay? Hopefully I don't get anything on me. I've been known to do that a time or two. Hi Chris, I'm not Tiffany, but how are ya? I promise, I've been called Tiffany a lot in my life. I don't know why, maybe because it's close to Brittany. I'm kind of used to it. Okay, no biggie. So again, dip it in your paste and then just give it like a haphazard paint job, okay? That's what I'm going for this time around. That's okay, I gotcha. It's been a long day too. Isn't it cute? No, this is a Bill's hat. It is cute though, isn't it? Parker, Sophie's been babysitting their little brother. You guys, I think you guys know, but they have a baby brother who's 2. Their dad and stepmom had a child, and so Sophie usually babysits. Well, Sophie had basketball camp today, well, starting today, and then she has it all week, and so Parker had to babysit, and they get paid to babysit him. And he called me, and he's like, I had to change a poopy diaper for the first time ever. He's like, I don't know if I have his diaper on tight enough. Isn't the barn adorable? You're here. How are you, Miss Karen? Thank you for the stars, Miss Cindy. You guys, our Christmas in July cutout sale, well, Christmas in July sale, it's not just cutouts. We also have a ton of retired chalk stuff, is on Wednesday. So if you comment, whatever the keyword is, what did I say it was? Veggies. You can click going in the event so you get notified when we start. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been cutting cutouts all day for it. I think you guys are really going to like it. I think I'm going to do like a heavier coat on the like frame part itself. So I'm just going to grab a sponge brush. Hi Linda, how are you? Yeah, he did it though. He did it. I was surprised because honestly Parker's like always been like, I'm not changing diapers. But he did it. So kudos to him. My mom, oh my gosh, yeah. So have you guys seen those videos where people, like, I saw that the first one I saw was a guy and he called his girlfriend, or he called his, it was a guy, he called his daughter's boyfriend to say goodnight. And he was cracking up. Like, he could not stop laughing. He kept trying to mute himself. He was hilarious. I was dying. And then there was another one where a guy called his father-in-law to say goodnight, and the father-in-law was like swearing. He's like, what the heck? Like, what are you doing? But it's funny because like Mark wouldn't do that. Like Mark doesn't call anybody, very rarely. Like once in a while he'll call his dad or his mom, but it's very rare. He does not call people. So we decided to do it last night. We had him call my mom, and he's like, just call him to say goodnight. If you guys didn't watch the video, go watch it. It was so funny. I could not stop laughing. I ruined it. But my mom was like, oh my gosh, I thought he murdered you or something, and like was calling me to like, whatever. I don't know. But anyway, he didn't murder me. He just, it was funny. So anyway, yes, I got a kick out of that. And then afterwards, he called both Parker and Sophie. Sophie didn't seem like fazed by it, but I still like, he doesn't normally call them to say goodnight. Like, you know what I mean? He says goodnight to them when they're here. He goes up and tucks them in like I do, but I don't know. I just thought it was so funny that Parker acted like, huh? Shirley McCallum, you're going to go in the Sunday Funday basket. Thank you for commenting. I know, Katie. I love how the baskets turned out. Let me write down Shelly's name. You'll go in the basket. You're the first one in there for the week. Oh, I cannot type. Type right either. All right. So if you guys are just joining, like I said, comment veggie. We're doing a really cute project with this month's club. I did like a dry brush technique around the whole board, and then I'm just going a little bit like heavier on the actual frame part here, just to give it a little bit of contrast. Just started raining again. We had like major flood warnings yesterday. Thank goodness we didn't end up flooding, because that would have been very bad. All right, I think that's good for that part. And then I'm just gonna go around the sides here. Have I seen the movie Instant Family? I feel like I have. Who's in it? I feel like I have, but maybe I'm thinking of another movie. I'm honestly not positive. I'm just turning it sideways because it's a little bit easier for me to get into some of these little areas. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, if you guys haven't had a chance, go look in the last chance section on the website. So many things are going away after the 15th. So if you guys are interested, I know I'm loving ash. Isn't it so pretty, Rebecca? I love it. When we first saw it, I wasn't, like, I knew I liked it, but I wasn't sure, like, I was going to be, like, as obsessed with it as I am. But you guys know me, I kind of obsess over colors and stick with certain ones. Nominee, for example. You guys know I love me some Nominee. All right, so that part's done. And then I'm going to do the outer part as well. Wish I could call my parents. I'm sorry, Susan. My creek is okay right now, thankfully. Thankfully, we haven't had any more flooding. It's just crazy. Like, I was talking to one of my teamies yesterday, and she's in Texas where the flooding is. She's really close to where that camp is, which is so sad. But like, we were talking, and I'm like, it's just so weird. Like, when it rains, like, we never just get a little sprinkle anymore. Like, it pours. And it never used to be like that. Like, we used to, you know, get some sprinkling every now and then. Mark is not home at the moment. I kicked him out. Just kidding, I didn't kick him out. All right, get this coated. He's like been real, like a big time procrastinator with the house, and he's driving me crazy. I love him to death, but I told him today, I said, we gotta like get this done. It's taken way too long. No, I did not make this frame. This one's on my website. Isn't it cute? Still have it down the side. I'm one of those people, like, when we're doing a project, like, I want to keep going until it's done. You know what I mean? Like, I can work all day in the shop, and then I can still, I know, like, with his health issues, I don't expect him to go 24/7, and I told him that. But, like, you know, I don't want to have a project drawn out for ever. You finally got storms today? Oh, yeah, I get that, Susan. Isn't this pretty, though? I like the white showing through a little bit. My glasses. I think I need my glasses adjusted. You wanted last night, ordered all the newbies I missed in chalk, paste, and ink. Now 3 separate orders this way. I get that. That happens a lot with me. Tomorrow, designers, we get paid, and then we also get design dollars. So all the design dollars we earned come in tomorrow. So I'm waiting to order a bunch of the new paste. Because if you guys don't know, we're doing a pretty awesome join promotion this month. If you guys don't know about it, comment veggies and find out. We would love for you guys to be a part of our crafting community. We're going to do a project with this month's club tonight. That's what we're doing. All right, almost done painting this, and then we'll let this sit to the side. Hi, Miss Kathy. You can't believe you didn't order Ocean Mist? With the order that you placed through me, Teresa, I can add it on if you want, because I told you I haven't shipped it yet, because I didn't have that one new jar of paste that you wanted. So if you want it, just message me. I can add it on. No biggie. No biggie. Yeah, distressed is right up my alley. My video that I did, this one here, that one should be on the chalk page today. I didn't check yet to see if they posted it. They have somebody new doing, like, running the page, so it's been a little bit chaotic because they're down some more people. So I'm not sure if they got it posted or not, but keep your eyes peeled for that when it does post. Yes, the frame will be so cute. Hi, Betty. Yeah, send me a message and I'll add it on, Teresa. There's no guarantee I'll remember after this. Usually when I'm done, I go inside and grab something to eat, because I still haven't eaten dinner. I've been out here all day long cutting. But like I said, we're caught up, and I'm working on the cutouts for the Christmas and July sale. And then as soon as we do the Christmas and July sale, we're gonna do like a whole bunch of Christmas crafts, so I'm super excited. No, I don't have your credit card. The way it works is you put your credit card in, like I don't see it, you know what I mean? You just pay the invoice, so that's not how it works. I don't have like access to your information or anything. All right, last little bit right here. I love this color. You guys know I love to paint like our Verity frames, but I've painted quite a few of the honeycomb frames as well. I painted one in Sweet Pea, which I love. That was the one we did with the strawberries. And I think that turned out really, really cute. All right, I think that's good. I like the look of that, so we'll let that sit to the side. You got your July Club kit today? Nice! Can't wait to see what you do with it. All right, we're done with that part. Have so much I want me to order. Ash is definitely one. Isn't Ash so pretty? I know, I love it. Okay, so I think what we'll do next is go ahead and, so like I said, the honeycomb comes with the chalkboard that's double-sided. I'm actually going to use our natural napkins. These are 18 by 18. They're a 2-pack. I'm going to use this and just glue it on my frame. In your PJs in bed? Nice. That's what I'm going to be doing right after this stuff. I've been out here far too long. I'm ready to go in and chill. So, the only thing, I probably should have turned my heat press on, huh? Did I reset my timer after I pulled that last giveaway? I did. I'm on top of stuff today. I don't have Mark in here distracting me. All right, hold on. Let me grab my little mini easy press so we can get the wrinkles out of this bad boy. Of course, it's stuck on something. Hold on. I'm still here. Just getting this plugged in. If you guys are just joining, say hello, hit the heart button, comment veggies. I'm just going to use my little mini easy press here. If I can get it to turn on. It's not working. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Huh. Got it. Okay. So I think what we'll do, let's start on our vegetables. So I'm going to put, it's going to look like the vegetables are in the bag because we're going to use the tote transfer over top of them, just like we did with the strawberry transfer. And then we're going to use this transfer, which is actually also going away after the 15th. It's called From the Farm Cutouts. But it's got this little part right here that says From the Farm that's really cute. So I thought to add a little embellishment with one of the little oval patches that are also going away. But what I want to do is, like, it's going to be on here and we're going to do an ash, but I want some of the vegetables to come out of the bag. So I'm going to have to chalk partially on this and then partially on this. So I guess I should put that on first. Isn't the frame color pretty? Let me just try to get this big crease out of the center. Probably my regular easy press would have been a better option, but I know ash is so pretty. It's definitely quickly becoming one of my favorites for sure. And I'm kind of like, I used to like shy away from black and brown, but now I'm kind of about it. It's kind of like ash and like espresso and beige. It's all kind of my fall theme. Yes, I know, me too. And you guys know I'm also loving textiles right now. We did that one project where we covered the outside the box frame refills with, we didn't use the napkin, we used like the table runner or something, but either way. I'm just gonna glue this on, like I said. I will cut it down a little bit. Judy Jane, you're gonna go in the Sunday Funday baskets. Yes, you need to order the new colors. They're so pretty. We're gonna use 3 of them today. No, 4 of them today. Everything but Lagoon, because there's not really like a vegetable that's blue, right? Not that I can think of. Who did I just say? Not Shelly, Judy Jin. Or Gin, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Judy. I know, I'm excited for Christmas in July. Yeah, isn't that cute? That's gonna be on the chalk page at some point. All right, we're just gonna glue this down. I want to get it nice and tight. And like, this is a chalkboard. You don't have to use the chalkboard if you don't want to glue it to the chalkboard, but it's not going to bother me. But I want to make sure it's nice and tight on there. Yes, the Cabernet. It's very pretty. We're going to use that today. I'm going to use that for the radish. All right. And then, same thing with this. Just, I need to get another glue stick out though. I just love like what it adds, like a little bit of fabric, what it adds to a project. Can't wait to get your new colors. Yay! Your Etsy order is ready too, my friend. It's sitting over there. Mark just has to package it up. Are they both on your wish list too? Yeah, they got some really good colors this time. Some of the On Vogue colors from spring have already sold out. We'll have some of those in the sale on Wednesday, as well as some previous colors of the month that are sold out. Christmas, July, yes, I think Christmas in July is what we all need. That's just my opinion. All right. Glue it down. Again, I'm just trying to get it as tight as possible. I was going to trim it down, but I think maybe we'll be okay because it just locks in. I may end up, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I have to trim it later on, but for right now, just glue it on there. Could you use flat canvas on that frame? Yeah, as long as it's the right size. Yeah, absolutely. You could just cut it down to size. Yep. Isn't that cute though? What it adds to it. So cute. Hold it nice and tight. Another glue stick. Hi Tracy, how are you? Thank you for sprinkling Pam. You guys are the best. Oh, just hurt myself on something. All right. There we go. Isn't that cute though? Can't even tell what a mess it is on the back. I'll trim it down just a little bit in spots, but I don't have any nails on. I haven't had nails on in like a long time. I haven't been wearing nails. It's been a little bit now. I took them off. They just felt so unhealthy. So we still go for pedicures, but I haven't been doing my nails. need to go and get another pedicure at some point. I know, it's a hazard of the job, right? I saw Maud, she's on my team, she commented on something, it must have shown up on her feed, you know how weird sometimes that stuff is, but it was a post about Mark, and he had gone down to like just a few hours a week at work when he was still doing electrical, and that was 3 years ago today, and now, like not long after that, he stepped down completely, so it's just really awesome that we've, you know, both of us have been working from home for this amount of time now. I think his is like 3 years. I've been now, what, almost 5 years. But you want to try nails? I don't dare. You might get hooked. I know. I loved it, but then, like, you know, you gotta have time to go and get it done and all that stuff. So, okay. So now what I'm gonna do is just sand this down. You guys know I'm gonna take an 80 grit, go around the edge. You got your mystery box today? Yay! Did you open it, or are you waiting to open it together? I'm curious. We're gonna unbox that on the 20th, which is, what, is that Sunday? Because the 19th, right? I think it's Sunday, yeah, because the 19th we're taking the kids to a water park. Feels fall right now. Does it really? Oh, it's so humid here in Western New York. So humid. Humid and it rains and all that good stuff. Alright, so just sand it. I just like to get some of the paint off the edges to just distress it a little bit. The fall barn stuff is next. Yes. The fall, you guys know I'm a crazy Christmas lady. Like, Christmas is always my number one choice, but I'm obsessed with how the fall add-ons turned out for that barn. You have family there, Katie? Are you originally from Baltimore? I don't know if I've ever asked you that. Hi, Marsha. All right, I think that's good. And then I'm just gonna take a 220 grit, go over the top just to smooth it out. Again, we just used like a mixture of vanilla and espresso on here. Rain is moving in, so hopefully the smoke will go away. I hope so. Goodness. Susan, did you see my message? I saw your message about joining our, I don't know if you were trying to join Perks or what you were trying to join, but I emailed you back. I didn't know if you saw it or not. Deanna, that video of the project behind me will actually be on the Chalk Couture public page. It should be today. Let me check and see if it's there. It's supposed to go up on Mondays, every other Monday. Let me just see if they've posted it yet. Like I said, they have somebody new doing it, so maybe it's not up there yet. But if you just go to Facebook and search Chalk Couture, you can follow their public page, and every 2 weeks, we have a video that gets posted on there. Yeah, it hasn't been posted yet, but it should be at some point. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this is gonna take me a couple minutes to figure out how I wanna do this. Though I match those colors pretty well, if I say so myself. So what we're gonna do, like I said, the tote bag is gonna go over top, right? And we're gonna do the tote in ash. What I'm gonna do first is start chalking some of my vegetables, but I'm gonna chalk them in vanilla because I just wanna get an outline to start. And I don't think I grabbed vanilla, did I? Is that vanilla? It's June. I swore I got vanilla out, but maybe I didn't. Right here. So it's just gonna give us an outline because we're gonna kind of fill these in a little bit. So this is gonna go on here, closer to the bottom, and then I want some of the vegetables to come out. My vision is to have like the carrots coming out the side, and then maybe like the radish on the other side. I don't know yet. We'll see. So I'm not even gonna worry about waxing this because we're going for the rustic look. But this, again, is the vegetable garden transfer this month. You can only get this if you're a club member. If you join our club this month, we have some really awesome join promotions, so check that out. You didn't open the patriotic one, felt a little lost. Yeah, no worries. All right, so what I'm gonna do is get these where I want, and you gotta trust the process here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is have the carrots like this, and then they're gonna just come off the side. And like I said, I'm just gonna use vanilla because we're gonna kind of color in. Hopefully this shows up. It's just an outline. That's literally all it is, because we're going to color in certain areas. Not all of them I think we need to color in, because some of them are like this one is all, I'll explain in a second. Like where the silk screen is and where the sticky part is, it makes a difference, if that makes sense. I'm just pressing this through. Looks just an outline, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. I'll go back through and add more. Yes, this is the club for July. Yep. And then I know I want to do, what else? I know I want the peas. I know I want the radish, the tomato. But the tomato I can do in the other color. Should we do the radish coming out the other side? Of course, that's still wet, so I need to be a little careful. Kind of go like that, I think. And then we'll dry part of it. It's gonna be really cute when we're done. Trust the process. This is paste. It's not going to be washed, the fabric, if this is just for decor, so it doesn't need to be ink, because ink has to be heat set. Beth, you're going to go in the Sunday Fun Day basket. Let me reset my timer here. I have to remember, Beth, to put it down. We'll put your name down. This one I probably want, I want to color in some of it, so. Just going to give me a rough area of where my leaves are. I don't have it pressed like all the way down so it can bleed a little bit. Yeah, tomatoes don't have to be red, but mine's gonna be. But yeah, you can do whatever color you want. I'm gonna mix up, I did it the other day with the tomato I did on that cart behind me, and I loved how it turned out, so I'm gonna stick with that. I did like a, I don't know if I did it with orange or if I did it, I can't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. All right, so let me just dry this really fast. Hi, Pat, how are you? You're excited to get your $99 kit? I know, Deb's gonna join our team. I'm super excited. Did you see my message though? Just because you're a Perks member, you have to cancel Perks first so you get that $99 kit. But I'll message you after the video too. I know, it's gonna be really cute. It may not look like much yet, but it will. Let me write down Beth's name. Get these dry as we're going. Beth. Like I said, every 10 minutes the timer goes off. Whoever's name is there goes into the basket, so commenting is beneficial. So I know I want to do the tomato, I want to do the peas, maybe the onion. The onion, I feel like it should just be vanilla, so I can probably just do that in vanilla. You're making your July Club kit this week? Nice! You've been working on resin. That's exciting. I need to do some resin. All right, let's do the cucumber. We'll do that kind of down here on the bottom. Do you guys remember when I did the strawberry project with this? Turned out really, really cute. I loved it. So I thought this would be cute to do as well. The vegetables. Maybe onion on the outside. Well, I know I wanted, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do a couple vegetables on the outside. Let's do the peas, because I think that's cute, and I can use a little cutout. Let's do that. So let's do the tomato. Let me try this again. Hi, Loretta. I'm gonna have to grab a little bag of cutouts because I wanted to add I think we'll do the peas. Hi, Miss Sandy. It's a baseball cap and a granny square. What? All right. Let's do the tomato, and then we'll do the onion. So the tomato I'm gonna put right here. And this one I'm actually gonna do in the colors that I want it to be. And I'm gonna use ivy for the stem. And then I'm gonna use a tiny bit of cherry, and I'm gonna mix a tiny bit of, I don't need much, a little cherry. And then I'm gonna add, this is marmalade mixed with a little bit of espresso. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of that to it to get like a, I don't know, more farmy, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yes, comment veggies. I need a little bit more of that. There, I think that's good. Like a barn type almost red, I don't know. You can't hear me. Must be your volume's down, my friend. Can somebody tell her she must have me muted or something, because everybody else can. Hi, Connie. All right, let's go in and do our tomato. Ooh, that's a good color. I'm staying away from this one. I thought it was an eggplant and somebody said it was a squash and I felt stupid, but I made it look like an eggplant anyway. Hi, Andrea, how are you? I guess it can just be whatever you think it is, right? All right, excess off. Layla woke up this morning that looks to be 2 spider bites on her face. Oh no, that stinks. That can't be comfortable. Sophie, oh my gosh, she sent me a picture last night. She used her own money and she bought a mini bike. She's just been riding it around like her dad's yard, but she like keeps burning her leg on something. I don't know, like if it's the side. I don't know anything about mini bikes. Anyway, she had like this blister on her leg, and she sent me a picture of it. And she goes, "Mom, what is this?" A bunch of liquid just came out of it and hit me in the face, and I almost threw up. I was like, Sophie, you are a mess, child. Let me tell you, that kid, she gives me a run for my money. Yeah, see? I thought it was an eggplant too. Oh well. There, so there's that one. I didn't do that one in vanilla because that one didn't need to be watercolored. You can see that that's mostly silkscreen, so that's why the color's there. Whereas on these ones, I want them to have more color and not just be like that beige color underneath. Yeah, I think it could be an eggplant or a squash. I'm with you. This one, is that like a shallot or is it garlic? I need another vegetable for like on the outside. I want to do the peas. I don't know. Hi Debbie, how are you? That red turned out pretty. What do you guys think? So all this vanilla is going to be colored in. You're not going to see all this, okay? I'm just getting this dry. Bye Shirley, have a good night. All right. That ivy is really good for like a tomato plant too. That turned out good. And then I'm gonna do, maybe we'll do the onion for the other part. So let's do, should we do the pepper? I think I'll do the pepper and I'll do it in, I'll do it in vanilla because I'll color it in. Okay, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Thought it was a butternut because of where the seeds were, but it's as pretty as an egg. It's been pretty as an egg. Yes, yeah, see, I don't know. I'm not like up on like plants and stuff. We went and saw our my in-laws on Saturday, the day we were going for our date night, and we had dinner and stuff. So we stopped there because they just closed on some property. They're gonna like remodel this house. It's in rough shape, but I mean, if anybody can do it, they can do it. And she was like showing us all these plants that was in the yard, and like I don't even know like how she knows all the names of these. She's crazy, but she knows. What color should the pepper be? Should we do the pepper and just cherry? What other color are peppers? I'm gonna do the pepper right here. just a little bit. What about marigold? That's the color of the month. Let's do that because there's like yellowish peppers. Let's do that one. You're not a gardener? Yeah, I'm not either. Marigold's like a, that's not marigold. Marigold's like a golden, yellow, orange kind of color. To me, I think that would be a good pepper color. So we'll do that one. I'm gonna do the stem again in ivy. And this one I'm gonna do in the exact color because same thing, it's mostly silkscreen. Got another one here. So this is the color of the month, if you guys didn't hear me say that. It's only available in the month of July while supplies last. Usually color of the month sells out about mid-month, so I don't expect it to be around much longer. I did a project with it yesterday that I need to post at some point. I did like a orangish looking sunflower. I think it turned out really pretty. Yeah, sure. Kind of like a banana pepper. A little bit darker though, I feel like. I get like this trio of peppers. Joanna Berserk, you're gonna go in the Sunday Funday baskets. Let me reset my timer here. Finish up this pepper and then we'll write your name down. There we go. I got stuff all over me. Let me wipe my arm up. You love sunflowers? I know. They're perfect for this time of year too. Anybody else's corn like not super high this year? We were talking about that at my in-laws the other day too. Like it's not as high as it normally is by this point. It's kind of weird. I don't fully. They always say it's supposed to be what, knee high by the 4th of July. It certainly was not. All right. Let's close that up. I think that turned out good. Next, I'm gonna grab a couple cutouts. I think this part is good. What we're gonna do is just do the onion and the peas for the side of the frame. Let me grab a couple cutouts over here. Oh no, I do have some, right? Yes. So these cutouts are on Etsy as well as that tote. You can buy just the vegetable cutouts for this transfer, or you can buy the full set with that farmer's market behind me. I'm gonna do the onion and the peas. A lot of crops are failing because of the weather. Yeah, that's probably it. That makes sense for sure. All right, we're gonna let those go over here and do their thing for a second. Let's close up these colors. Our corn finally took off. Spring weather made it hard to get it planted. I bet, yeah. Makes sense, all the weather. It's been awful. Okay. So we're gonna give these a quick paint job. I think what I did last time was vanilla and for the onion, vanilla and Dune. So the onion itself, that'll be mostly that color. So let's do Dune, which I put back. So we'll paint this in Dune and then I'm gonna paint the peas sage, I think is what I want to do. Yes, sage. Doesn't the tomato look good? I am not a tomato fan, I will admit though. I cannot eat raw tomatoes. I eat them in like, you know, tomato sauce, I eat it in ketchup, but I cannot just eat a tomato. Or an onion for that matter. The only way I eat onion is if it's cooked in something, like I have to have onion in my grandpa's homemade tomato soup. I'm real picky when it comes to certain things. Let me write down Joanna's name before I forget. Thank you guys for jumping on and hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. The fields in the corner around here in South Dakota look absolutely gorgeous and are really tall. Oh, good. Yeah, here they've been a little sad looking. All right, so then we're gonna use sage for the peas, and then I'm gonna use sweet pea, which is sage mixed with black velvet over top of it. And these are gonna go on the outside of the frame. I'm just gonna glue them on for a little added extra something. Give me some hearts if you guys are already in our club. If you're not in our club, you should definitely join. Like I said, just comment veggies Yeah, I've never been a tomato person. My mom used to eat like a lot of tomato sandwiches. It just isn't not my vibe. All right, so I think what I'll do is dry these. Let's clean our transfer. Should we do that first? Yeah, let's clean our transfer really quick. We'll let those dry. I'll show you how easy it is to clean this. You're just gonna take tap water and a board eraser. I'm just gonna throw it on this mat right here. It's in my Amazon link. And then the board erasers are on the website, so you just dip it in water. My water's filled with all of my tools at the moment, so I'm just gonna spray it down. And we'll just wipe it. Just clean the paste out of there, and you can use these over and over and over again if you take good care of them. So like cleaning them after use, all that good stuff. And then we'll clean the other side. Yeah, I've never been, I'm super picky about things. When I was a kid, I wouldn't even eat tomato sauce though. So I guess I've kind of moved a little bit out of it. I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Katie. Isn't that so weird? I will do salsa, I'll do, spaghetti sauce. It's so weird how we are. I don't know. Very strange. Thanks, Janet. Go Bills. I am so excited for football season, you guys. I guess there's a game at the end of the month, preseason. Normally, I don't think it starts until August, so earlier the better for me. I'm excited. That's how it used to be. Yeah, I'm not as picky as I once was. Like, there's a lot of things I'll eat that I won't. I've always been super weird about condiments, though. Like, I will not eat, the only condiments I really eat are like, I'll eat dressings, certain dressings, but like ketchup I'll eat, but I won't touch like mustard or mayonnaise or I don't know. There's just so many. I'm real picky about certain things. Waiting impatiently for your garden to give you some. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is fill in these bad boys with some color. So I'm gonna do, what did I do on that one? The pepper. I did like a darker green. Let's do ivy. I'm gonna fill it in with ivy, and then I'm gonna take some ivy and add some black just to darken it up a little bit. So now I'm just gonna grab some brushes and just fill in some of these vegetables. I'm gonna use ivy again. This is a new color. And anywhere that you can see the beige through it, I'm just gonna fill in with my paintbrush. And then we'll line the transfer back up and go over top of it. And it'll make it pop. It's like watercolor, except we're not watering down the paste. That's the only difference. So it's gonna look terrible for a second, but it won't for long. There's that one. And then the cucumber, that would be lighter. So let's do sage for the cucumber. Your taste changes every 7 years or so. Is that true? Interesting. I'll be curious to see if anything else changes. I never used to like vinegar, like Brussels sprouts. There's quite a few things I'll eat now that I never used to. I never even drank coffee until I was like, I think I was like 24, and now I'm obsessed with coffee. But isn't that weird how like things change? All right. Get this all filled in. That's what you heard too? Interesting. It's a good thing. My Parker's like super picky. He's starting to get a little bit better, so maybe that's the case then. All right, we're good on that one. What did I do on that? I don't remember what I did on that. Did I just do black? I guess I'm just gonna fill in with ash on this. It's just gonna be like a background color. And then I'll do the Cabernet over top. for our radish. Thought that was corn at the bottom? No. It's a cucumber. I'm like, I was double checking myself. I'm like, is it? No. We're good. Again, if you guys are just joining us, say hey. I'm just literally filling in anywhere that's beige because we're going to take our transfer back over top and give it even more detail. We got our doors painted. We got to get them hung up, the barn pantry doors, but Mark has to, they literally put no headers in this house, like above the doors, and they're supposed to be. So we have to like put a board in to support it. Crazy. All right, there's that one. Looks funny, but it's okay. Won't for long. You never liked olives? Yeah, I don't do olives. I don't do pickles. I don't know. Maybe it'll change someday, but I've tried to make myself like pickles because my daughters are obsessed with them, but I just have never been able to. I don't know. Just not a thing, I guess. All right. Let's do, timer's going off. Let's do, Brenda Darling, you're gonna go in the Sunday Funday basket. Let me reset the timer. I love this month's club transfer too. It like makes you think a little bit outside the box. I don't think I wrote down Brenda Neufeld, did I? I feel like I didn't, so I'm gonna write her name down and then I'll write down Brenda Darling. You love mushrooms? Did you see the new mushroom transfer? The Tiffany one? I know, I don't know, Lisa. Let me tell you, I don't know how any of the things in this house passed inspection because these people didn't do anything the way it's supposed to be. I like it all. It's kind of crazy. All right, I'm gonna do sage for the inner parts of this radish. I'm going to fill in on the board and then I'm going to fill in on the fabric because it's going to spill out onto the fabric, if that makes sense. So I'll just move that for a second. I eat mushrooms. I do eat mushrooms. That's one thing. Usually people are picky about that, but I'm not picky about that. All these areas filled in. Just go with me on this. I'm still not, we're just kind of figuring it out as we go. You just got yours in the mail today? Nice. And then I think I'll just do the opposite on the carrot. I'll do sweet pea for the paint, and then when I go back over top, I'll do sage. Almost done with this part. You don't like tomatoes, mushrooms, or olives? I like mushrooms, but never been a fan of olives or pickles or tomatoes, onions. I'm pretty picky, honestly. All right, I think that's good. Let me wipe this off again. Hi, Lori, how are you, my friend? I think the only veggie I don't like is okra. I don't think I've ever had okra, but I probably wouldn't like it either. I don't like the sound of okra, so I'll just stay away from it. All right, again, sweet pea is sage mixed with black velvet, so just a little bit deeper. We're gonna fill in on here. And then our carrot we're gonna do in the marmalade. I think, yeah, I mixed it. I guess we'll do, yeah. Talking to myself. big piece of something right there. Okra is good. Never had it. I've never had okra. I've never had like collard greens. I don't know. I do like Brussels sprouts and asparagus, which usually most people don't like that. So I guess it could be worse. I could be more picky, you know. All right, so there's that. Then let's bring back this. There's just a couple little spots right here where the stems are. And then we're gonna fill in the orange, and I'm gonna do, so I think what I wanna do, this is marmalade mixed with espresso. I'm gonna do that for the carrots themselves, and then we'll go back over top of them in like a little bit of a lighter orange. Mine isn't too much the taste and texture. I like raw carrots, but don't like them cooked. I'll do either with carrots. That's one thing I don't mind is carrots. Isn't it funny how we're all so different in the things we eat? I was watching, there's this guy on, I don't know if he's on TikTok and Instagram, but he like acts like really weird to creep people out. I don't know if you guys have ever seen him. His name's, I think it's like Infobren. He's super weird. But he'll like go into restaurants and try to creep out the waiter or waitress, and he'll order like a really weird combination. So like he went into Applebee's and he asked for crouton water, and he sat there with the croutons in the water, and he let them like get mushy, and then he ate them and drank all the water, and he was like slurping it. And then he did I can't remember what he called it, but it was garlic mashed potatoes and coffee. And she brought the coffee to him, and he put the mashed potatoes in it, and he sat there and like ate it like soup. It was so gross. So gross. Come on down south, Britt. I'll come on down. Anyway, I'm weird. Some vegetables only raw and others only cooked. Yeah, I get that. All right, filling our carrots in here. You love Brussels sprouts? I do too. Especially air fried. They're so good air fried or grilled, either way. I don't like them mushy. They have to be like crispy. Same with asparagus. I don't like it mushy. I love how we can have a full-blown conversation all about vegetables. Love brown sugar glazed carrots. I don't know that I've ever had them with brown sugar on them. I like them in like, my mom when I was growing up, she wasn't much of a cook, honestly. She made like a lot of spaghetti and stuff, but one thing she did make all the time, we called it boiled dinner. And I think other people like call it boiled dinner, but they use different things. Like they use like corned beef or whatever. We don't eat that. It's just ham, but you boil it in a big stock pot with potatoes, peeled potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. And that's like my favorite way. Like I love carrots like that. And then you cover it in vinegar. It's so good. Oh yeah, they'd be good roasted too, as long as they're not mushy. Can't be mushy. That's the only thing. All right, I think we're done with that. Now we're gonna start chalking our vegetables. So that's gonna sit right there. These we painted in Dune and Sage. So I'm just gonna give them a quick sand. I know someone who dips her bologna sandwich in her coffee. Rini, is it you? Oh my gosh. Oh, that makes me a little nauseous. Is it you? I still love you, but oh my goodness. I don't know about that. Ooh. I was one of those kids that like, when I was at school and the boys like were doing nasty things like putting stuff in their milk and eating it, like I would throw up. Oh, yeah. That kind of stuff just creeps me out. My daughter says I don't like wet carrots. I love that. That's funny. That would be like when, I think it was Sophie. Yeah, it was Sophie. When she was younger and she, like somebody would give her a sip of soda or something, she'd be like, oh, I don't like that. It's spicy. Oh, it's not you. Okay, good. Oh, yeah. But she would always say it was spicy. And she wouldn't do it. But You haven't crafted in way over a month? Oh man, that is gross. I was like, oh no, please don't be you. You had 7 brothers? Yeah, so you probably were tormented with all that yummy stuff, huh? All right, let's go ahead and I'll chalk those last. Let's start chalking these. So I want to get this dry. Yeah, I only had 1 brother, and he was 4 years older than me, and he wasn't home very often, so I didn't really have to deal with it there. But people around here melt cheddar cheese in their coffee and put it on their toast? What? No! Oh, Mary Beth, that hurts my brain. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. Don't like that. So we just filled all these in. Our pepper and our tomato are okay, but we're going to get these dry and then chalk back over top of them. The orange is the last part I did, so I just want to make sure I get it good and dry. They put us through the ringer us girls, I bet. Ugh, yeah, that's nasty. Yeah. You missed a bit. How dare they interrupt, Cindy? It's okay. You can't eat spicy food. I never used to. I used to avoid, I can remember a vivid memory of myself. I don't remember if I was 7 or 8, but chicken wings around here are like big, like people eat them as a meal. I know, like in a lot of places, Katie Griff, you're going to go in the Sunday basket. I know a lot of people like chicken wings aren't a meal. Like they consider it just like an appetizer or something, but we eat it as a meal. And so we would order wings from this bar every so often. And I can remember this one time, Mom had ordered me wings without sauce, and they put mild sauce on them. And I literally went and rinsed every single wing in the sink, and then I ate it, which grosses me out to this day that I did that. But just knowing how picky I was back then. But now I love spice. Like I made homemade buffalo chicken wing pizza last night for Mark and I, and he like cannot handle a lot of spice. Like he doesn't handle it well. So I gave him like some dairy-free blue cheese for his like sauce, but I just used all the buffalo for my sauce. My grandkids will call soda spicy too. See, it's a thing. Kids think soda's spicy. I don't know. Your husband likes peanut butter on pizza? Oh my goodness. No, thank you. All right, so we just waxed those because we're gonna put our transfer back down on top of these, and I think let's start with the radish. We're just gonna line it right back up with where it was originally. Just takes me a second to see where I had it, right? I gotta get the angle right there. I think I have the angle here, but I don't have it there. Oh, it goes down way farther. I see. I'm going to use Cabernet, which is a new color. We're going to use that for the radish. And then we're going to use sweet pea for the stems, or whatever we want to call it. Peanut butter and chili, you do that? Oh, yuck. Hi, Diane, how are you? You only do honey barbecue? I love buffalo wings, and I'll get them hot. Like yeah, that's my jam. All right, this color is so pretty, you guys. Press her through, get her excess off. Mark doesn't really do any weird things. The weirdest thing he does is on Thanksgiving, and it might not be weird to you guys, but on Thanksgiving he'll pile up his plate, you know, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, vegetable, all that stuff, and then he'll top it with applesauce. It grosses me out, but he likes it, so whatever. You do you. So there's our radish. I'll do the cucumber next. That's right here. So again, just line it right back up. Didn't get that all the way clean. use a little chocolate. Oh, yeah, no. I don't like to like mix sweet and savory either. That freaks me out. That's always just kind of not been my thing. All right. Right there. I think we'll do Ivy. Let's do Ivy for the cucumber. Hi, Autumn. How are you? My daughter makes an awesome buffalo chicken dip. Yes, I do too. But I also, we're from near Buffalo, so we're the type of people, like, if you eat wings and you use ranch, it's like, that's wrong. You have to do blue cheese. Around here, it's like a sin to use ranch. I know a lot of people are not a fan of blue cheese, though. Sweet and salty, I don't. Yeah, I've never been a fan of that. Look how cute that is. That pop. Super cute. All right, so then we just have to do our pepper and our carrots. But I think I'm gonna let that dry a second and we'll line it up on here so we can do the stems. So we're just gonna line this up on here. Again, just get my angle down. Right about there, because we're gonna make it look like it's coming out of our baskets. You love blue cheese? Me too. I know a lot of people don't like it. You're getting super hungry. Me too, every time. This is what we do, because I don't eat dinner and then I'm super hungry and we're talking about food. You can't eat ranch. I'll eat ranch, but just not, I can't do that with wings. All right, so there's that part. You're not gonna see all that, so it really doesn't matter. And then let's do the carrot stems. Carrot, that's probably not what it's called. What's it called? You're a ranch eater. All right, line this part up. Get the angle down of how I had it originally. It takes me a second. Yeah, about there, I think. And for this one, I'm gonna use sage. My daughter and grandkids dip their pizza in ranch. Yeah, I don't like that either. I know a lot of people do that though, but it's just never been, I just don't dig that. But again, I'm super picky, so. All right, so there's that. Set this to the side. Let's go ahead and do our peas and our onion. So we're just gonna line these up. These are gonna go on the outside. I'm gonna use vanilla for the onion because we painted it in Dune. You love ranch, you gotta make your own. You make your own? I'm really not that big of a ranch eater. I'll eat it like on a salad, but that's basically it. I remember when I was pregnant, I can't remember which one I was pregnant with. I wanna say, must have been Delaney. I used to like crave pretzels and ranch dip, like the kind you make like out of the packet with the sour cream. I was all about that, but I haven't had that in a long time. You don't like ranch on your pizza? Yeah, me either. All right, do our peas. This is gonna be so cute, you guys. So we need sweet pea. And then we just have to do our carrots and our pepper. Balsamic vinegar and feta. Ooh, I do like balsamic vinegar on, I've done like, I told you guys, I don't like tomato, but I'll make like a bruschetta with chicken. And I like the flavor of it, like kind of like the salsa thing. Like there's just certain things I can do tomatoes in, but certain things I can't. You can't eat red sauce. Yeah, Mark can't either, Jennifer. So I get that. You've got to be exhausted. I'm always exhausted. I just go nonstop. That's what Mark said to me, because Mark works hard. I'm not gonna say he doesn't, but he like naps every day, and then usually like, you know, he'll go inside and play video games and stuff. I don't I don't stop. I just keep going. I love Caesar dressing too. I love a good Caesar salad. I did mix sweet pea. Yep, it's just sage mixed with black velvet. All right. Just threw my transfer on the floor. Do you dip your pretzels in honey mustard? I don't do mustard, so not a fan of that. All right, let's do our pepper. And I'm gonna take ivy and add a little bit of black to it just to give it some contrast. So it's a little darker. Bedtime. Have a good night. Thank you for watching. We don't need a ton. Let's add a little bit of black to it. I don't have black out. I have ash out. Let's use ash. There we go. A little bit darker. Peggy Knapp, you're going to go in the Sunday Funday baskets. Thank you for commenting. Hi, Vi. How are you? Oh, let me reset this. Mark and you are two peas in a pod. That's for sure. I ended up, thank goodness we waxed this because I can wipe that. Probably should have cleaned my transfer first. As I've gotten older, the less I eat, but the weight stays on. Yeah, I think that's that same way with all of us, isn't it? I'm just wiping off where it went through in a couple places. All right, let's dry that, and then we'll do our carrots. And I think that's the last thing we have to chop other than our little embellishments. I have stuff everywhere, you guys. I'm just throwing all this stuff in my water. I don't have Suds Buster tonight. It is very colorful, isn't it? It looks kind of like a hot mess at the moment, but it'll look better. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to mix up an orange for my carrots, because we already have a dark color on there. Do I have an issue cleaning the transfers since the paste has been on it for a bit? No, because I don't like let it sit for super long. There. I was worried that wasn't dark enough, but once you get closer to it, you can see that. Isn't it looking good? I put the wrong lid on sweet pea. My goodness. First time in the basket. Woohoo! All right, let me close these up and then I'll write down Peggy's name. I need my orange still. I got stuff everywhere. All right, Peggy. Knapp. All right. Mix up an orange really fast. Just grab another color tray. I'm actually going to lighten it up this time. I'm going to add some of the, so this is marmalade with espresso. And then I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla to it just to lighten it up. Hey Dana, how are you? And then we chop our carrots. Just do that on the floor. I think your team that is in Western New York should meet and have dinner. I know, that would be so fun. We should do that. That would be fun. All right, last one here. Just trying to get it lined up. I think there's the end of that one, right? There we go. And then we'll use this color we just mixed up. Thank you for the stars, Debbie. Can't talk today. And then we just have to go and do our tote bag over top. I totally got that off a little bit. I can fill in with a couple colors, but you can see I missed the mark on that angle just a little bit. Bye, Susan. All right, let's clean this transfer really quick because I don't want it to sit any longer than it already has. So we're just gonna throw it on here. Done with that. Let me throw all this stuff in my sink. I have way too much stuff going on here. I'm gonna fill that sink up. You'll hear the water for a second. Oh, prayers for your. How are you feeling? I didn't see your comment. I'll have to go back up. Oh no. So again, just clean it out with tap water and a board eraser. Super easy. And then we'll flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. And then we can dry it. You can let it dry sticky side up, or you can use a paper towel, which is what I do. Lucky to be alive the way my old brother looked. Oh my goodness. Well, I am so glad you're alive. How long do they expect you to be in the hospital? Are you still there? Imagine. Just drying it with a paper towel, then we'll stick it back on the backer sheet. Again, if you guys are not in our club yet, join. You'll get this one this month, and then next month is a really, really cute one. Feeling better, my color is coming back. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That's great news. All right. Yes, you have had lots of people praying for you, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna put that sticky side up. And then we're gonna grab our backer sheet. Don't put it on the yellow side. White side goes to sticky side. Place that back on there, and it's ready to go for next time. Yeah, I'm so glad you were able to get a transplant too. All right, so what we're gonna do next, I really messed that part up just a little bit. I think what I'll do is just take this color and just fill in with a little tiny brush. So you don't see the vanilla, because I messed up right there. There's always a way to fix it. I'm just being careful and staying in the lines the best I can. We didn't do too bad. For the most part, we didn't mess up any of the other parts, so I guess I can't complain too much, huh? Your surgeon said it was the Ferrari of livers? No way! Oh my goodness. trying to get a tiny bit of this covered. I am not good at like freehanding, so. All right, and then I'm just gonna use a tiny bit of, hi Layla, how are you, my friend? You named her Enzo. You're so funny. Does the club work the same now that I'm a designer? Oh, did you join them? Yay! Welcome. Yeah, so as long as you're still, you didn't cancel your club, you only canceled perks. Yay, I just got the email. It'll still be the same. It'll just be 40% off now since you're a designer, if that makes sense. That's so exciting. Welcome to the team. You're gonna love it. You'll get to earn design dollars now and all sorts of stuff. Designer debut. I'll send you all the information after the video. There we go. We're done with that part. So now, I'm gonna let that dry a second. This is gonna go over top of this, and we have to still put our tote bag on there. But what I'm gonna do is grab one of these little oval patches. These are in the last chance section. These are super cute. I haven't had a chance to use them. I'm gonna use it as like a little embellishment, kind of hanging on the side. And I'm gonna use this transfer, which is called From the Farm Cutouts. It's got like a pig and a chicken and a milk can. And I'm just gonna use this part right here that says From the Farm. I'm not gonna wax this because it's fabric. So I'm just gonna pull my transfer off. And I'm just gonna put it right on there. And I'm just gonna use ash. Let's see who the timer is. Annette Dunkelberger. You're a new name. Your name's gonna go in the Sunday Funday basket. He is not here at the moment. Dunkelberger. Yes, comment veggies. All right, I'm gonna use ash for this part. And then we just have to do our tote, and then we can put it all together. Again, I'm using paste because this isn't going to get wet. But these can be heat set because it is fabric. But it's just a little embellishment. Hi, Liz. There's our little embellishment, whatever we want to call it. Throw that over there. Guys, I have a mess going on. Throwing stuff everywhere. I'm kind of excited now. I just need to find time to do more crafting. So exciting. I'm excited you joined too. You're going to love it. You joined the best team ever. Even if you don't want to build a business, it really is the best. We have an amazing group. We do incentives for our team. Even hobbyists can participate in. It's pretty awesome. All right. What I'm going to do next is make sure this is dry. We're going to wax it. It's all going to come together. You guys are going to see. It's going to be worth it. We've been live, oh my goodness, hour and a half. I forgot to reset my timer. We'll reset it again. Hi, Jenny. How are your spider bites, Layla? Hope they're not bothering you too much. Holy cow. You just scared the living crap out of me. Mark's home.
I didn't mean to scare you.
Huh?
I didn't mean to scare you.
You have. Well, come say hello.
Hi, guys.
Instead of being weird and just coming in and
I just walked in.
become more active once I deal. Dana, you have no reason to say that, girlfriend. You need to rest.
Hi, guys.
All right, I'm gonna wax this, and then we're gonna put our tote transfer on top, and it's gonna look like our vegetables are inside the tote. And we're gonna use ash, like I said. So this one is one of the Tiffany Thiessen transfers. We're gonna fuzz it. This is only my second time using this one, I think. So let's add some lint to it. Red, itchy, and annoying. I bet. Ugh. All right. I was at Hobby Lobby earlier and took a picture of the paper candle holders that were gold. Jennifer, I've seen them. They're so cute. Walmart has them right now too. They're adorable. Yes, I need to get me some of them. All right, let's line this up on here. What? Because I filled it because I had so much stuff.
I was like nervous. I was like, what?
No, I just literally had used so many things. All right. Got that on there. We're going to use ash, like I said. You got a small squeegee. And then we'll just press this through here. Oh, I'm excited. Finally coming together. Only taken 2 hours. Worth it though. So just spread that through. Go back and get all your excess off. And then ready? Everybody saying hi, Subsbuster.
Hi guys.
Oh, look how cute, you guys. That's adorable. Look at that. Isn't that cute? What do you guys think? Yes, Layla, you are a tough girl. I would be whining too. I'm a whiner with anything like that. Like anything itchy drives me nuts. Okay. Now for the best part. We're gonna get it all together. Isn't it cute? I love it too. All right. So, I think what we'll do first is put this inside of our frame. So if you guys missed it at the very beginning, we did like a dry brush technique on the frame with ash, and I think it turned out really, really pretty. And then we covered the insert with fabric. We're just doing all sorts of crazy things. We're just gonna place this in here, and hopefully I can close my in certain spots it's a little thick, so I'm not sure. I probably should have trimmed it down just a little bit, but it's okay as long as I can get. A couple of them closed. That's all that matters. Try to get the top or the bottom. Let's do the bottom. It's not going to go anywhere. So there is the frame. Oh, Ginny, I promise you, I've never used to be super creative. Like, you can do this stuff, I promise. And then this is going to glue on there. Oh, we did pretty good. Look at this. Oh, I'm excited. And then we did some vegetables that we're going to kind of place on the outer part. This is so cute. What do you guys think? And then we have our little from the farm thing. I'm going to add some like little ribbon hanging from somewhere. I haven't decided where. Maybe up here. So I think what we'll do, let's glue this down. Isn't it cute? This is still wet, so I need to be a little careful. But I'm just going to use hot glue because we're putting it onto the fabric. Oh, I love this. Turned out so cute. And then I'm just going to make like a really simple little, almost like just a tassel type thing. It's turning out, guys. It's turning out. I'm just going to cut. I have some just like burlappy type stuff. I'm going to do one of those. All of this ribbon is in my Amazon link, by the way. And I have like a striped one. I love that ash color. It's so pretty. One of these. And then I have this one that has just like a black stripe. So we'll do one of these. Thanks, guys. I think it's turning out awesome. Like I said, if you guys aren't a club member with us yet, make sure you join. We have a ton of awesome perks for our members, and we would love to have you guys. So I'm just going to tie that over like that, and then I'm just going to use, I just have a piece of like cream colored twine right here. Just gonna try and make this just like a little. Try and get them even. Right about there, I think. Thanks, guys. Isn't the stripe ribbon pretty? So we'll just tie that. And then I'm going to take my little patch that I made, and I'm just going to use my power punch. And I'm going to just poke a hole through it. Like that. And then I'll take this and go through here and try this on. Do I still love, I haven't used it as much. I need to use it. I'll probably use it like again with fall and Christmas, but I haven't used it as much as I had been. All right, so I think instead of putting it, last time when I did the strawberry one, I did it like up in on the bag, but I think instead I'm gonna put it like, tie it up to the top, and then I'm just gonna put these like kind of down here in the corner. Like that, I think. So again, I'm just going to glue these down. What do you guys think? I think this turned out so stinking cute. And just kind of do our peas. Can you get me like a tiny little piece of scrap? Like a little, just so I can space this up and put it underneath. Just a little. Came at the perfect time. He's just gonna grab me a little cutout from the.
I could sense there was things that needed washing.
Yeah, he could sense there was things that needed washing. I'm just gonna glue a tiny little. That'll be alright, I think. Piece down here to space it. And then I'm gonna glue the pea to that and to part of the onion. Let me flip it towards you. Let's see how I want to do this. I think I'm just going to put it through here. I'm just gonna kind of leave my twine. There! Look how cute that is! I love it. Isn't that cute? What do you guys think? Have a good night, Lisa! Isn't that cute? I think that turned out so adorable. What do you think? Cute, right?
Like it.
I love the fabric. Came together. Who says veggies can't be cute home decor, right? Dana Lehman, just because I love your face and I'm thinking about you, I'm going to put you in the Sunday Funday basket because the timer should be going off here soon. Thank you guys. There we go. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Like I said, if you guys want to join our crafting community to get this awesome club transfer, join our club this month. You'll love next month's club too. Let us know if you guys have any questions. And like I said, comment veggies to grab all the supplies. We will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.